How you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Okay, so we are live on Instagram and we're live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. How you doing, Michelle?
I'm good. Thank you very much. I'm good.
Cool. I can see you're checking it. That's good. So it's working for you.
Yeah, I'm just going to do that now.
Awesome. So, everyone, how you're doing when you come in, say hello, say hi, let us know that you are on a Reverend Felix is on Instagram. How are you? Hope you are good, sir. Hope you are good. Anyone else on, do say hello, say hi. So, Michelle, waiting for you to come on. Okay, there it is. Awesome. Yeah, let us do this. Let's do this. So, how you doing, Michelle? It's been a minute. Hope you're good.
Yes, all good, all good, all good. It's been a long time, but we're here.
Yeah, yeah. What's been going on with Michelle? Tell us about you.
Lots has been happening. Absolutely, lots has been happening. Where do I start? So, as you know, that I've always been in HR, but that's kind of expanded into the leadership work that I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah.
Uh, Working a lot with emerging leaders in organizations and ensuring that they are inclusive in their leadership training.
Nice.
That I'm still doing that, but that's also evolved. And
Okay.
in terms of although I do the leadership training, I also work with entrepreneurs who want to get into the corporate space because my work has always been around the corporate space, especially when it's come to delivering training, facilitation, workshop speaking. And I identified a gap within supplier diversity, all these organizations that want to work with more diverse suppliers. And so I'm using my knowledge around leadership, my knowledge around diversity inclusion, and I'm just expanding it to make sure that these companies are not just hiring diversely, but they are also buying from diverse business owners. Because what happens is they're happy that all their customers are Black, Asian, Hispanic, Oriental, but they're not happy to buy from us. So
Mm,
I want to make sure that in my position with my leverage and my credibility going in at the front end, I also make the sure that the back end
wow.
is just as diverse and inclusive.
Wow. Amazing. That's some good stuff. And you got your hands full right there, man. Well
Yes.
done.
Yes.
Well done. And I'm looking forward to your event in November. Can't
Yeah.
wait for it. It's going to be amazing. So thank you for what you do because you're really bridging the gap and
Thank
you're
you.
helping so many people out
Mm.
to fulfill their dreams and
Yes,
their,
definitely.
so yeah. So okay, let's get into this. Hey Adam, how are you on Insta? Guys, when you come on, do share it. Let people know that we are on. We're live on all the platforms really.
Yes.
Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and on YouTube as well. So make sure you do come in. All right, so Misha, we're going to be talking about the Kingdompreneurs Summit. Oh my God,
Hmm.
you're a veteran. You've been with us. This is your third year with us. We
Yeah.
spoke in 2019. You're one of our guest speakers in 2019.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hosted last year, and you're going to host again this year.
Hmm. Yeah.
So what's been your experience like? Of the summit.
No, I really, really enjoyed it. And I think why I've enjoyed it is because uh, I am a kingdom woman through and through, undeniably. I make no bones about it. I don't hide it. I'm definitely a kingdom woman. And what I've loved is to have a space where uh, there are Christian business owners coming together. And this is what the kingdom needs. The kingdom needs more people like us
Yeah.
to raise the flag, to show that Christians don't just have to look a certain way, be a certain way, have certain jobs. We can be entrepreneurs. We can make money. We can own a number of properties. We can provide a living for other people. So this is what I love, coming together and just seeing the diverse people in the room, people from all over the world, all over the country, coming together, celebrating the goodness of God, but also we're all in business. And for me, I'm all about business and I'm all about God. So it just combines the two perfectly for me.
Wow, amazing, and that's true. We, sometimes when we hear about Christians, hey, Bishop Kunle, hey, Philip Poku is on as well. Wow, okay, this is getting up today. Bishop Kunle is on too. So when we hear about Christians, all we do think about is church, and when we do think about church, all we do think about is clappy, clappy, hallelujah type of thing. But God is raising the bar now where He is really raising a different breed who are people that are prophetic, apostolic, but also people that operate in the marketplace. So your
That's right.
fivefold does not have to be just on the altar preaching or leadership. That fivefold could also be, in the marketplace. And definitely that's what it's about. It's about being in the marketplace right now, because everyone is not going to preach on the pulpits.
That's right. I really do believe that God is raising up a new generation of people who can be Christians, godly people, but also can be really astute business people. And I can tell you from now that just as I post in the week on my Instagram pages, on my LinkedIn pages, I will post about what I'm doing, where I'm working, the clients I'm working with, the results I'm getting. I do exactly the same on a Sunday. So I post myself at church. I post myself worshiping. I also repost any of the preachers who are at our church. So I want people to understand that you don't have to be that typical Bible basher like back in the day. Now I'm old school. I'm proper old school, right? So I've been in church like all my life. So before you could be wearing blonde wigs, I've been in church all my life. But I want to show that there are modern day Christians who still love God but still love money. That's it. That's what. And you can still bring people to the word of God, and it doesn't have to be through a pulpit. The amount of people who've said that they've bought into my course, bought into my programs because I'm a Christian, and to them it will come with like extra morals, extra standards. That's what I want to do, and I uphold that all the time. And anyone that I'm coaching, I always, depending on who they are, but I do tend to say, just to let you know that there's going to be some things I'm going to tell you. You're going to ask me, how do I do it? What do I do? And I'm going to have to say to you, it's just faith. Because not every strategy I have is a funnel. Not every strategy that I have is an SEO tactic. Because I can guarantee and I can tell you from now that I have got into rooms that my name is not meant to be in the room. My feet are not meant to trod in those rooms, but I'm there because of faith. And when people try to ask me, what did you do to get there, Michelle? Who did you network? Who did you speak to? God, I can't explain it. It is faith. It's favor. I can tell you from now, I have favor on my life like no other. Because the way how God has set me up to win, I'm like, but who's this young chick? Who is she? And I have to remember, oh yes, I'm a kingdom girl. That's why I'm here. That's why I do what I do. This is why I can sell properties in Dubai. This is why, I can have what I have. And I don't have to flaunt what I have. I'm not a flaunter in that way at all. But I can have what I have and I live good. Why? Because I'm a kingdom woman. So when you're coming to work with me, don't be asking me for every strategy, because you better be ready, because if it means we have to pray, if we're going to have to pray, well, you'll get your blessing, innit?
That's it. I love that. And it's about being bold, about who you are, not being scared to say, yeah, I'm kingdom, I'm God, and that is what it's about. So, like I said, this is going to be your third year at the Kingdom Summit. You spoke at the first one, and you now host. You hosted last year, and you're hosting this year. Hey guys, there are quite a few of you on. Do comment. Let's see those comments on Instagram and on Facebook and stuff, guys. Let's see you comment. Let's know that you're actually listening and you're getting something from this.
Yeah.
Any our moments or stuff that you like, just comment. Okay, so why would you say someone should actually attend this summit? So this summit this year is on June the 17th. Okay, June the 17th, we've got the Kingdompreneurs Summit here in London, okay, at the Holiday Inn in Kensington. So why would you say someone should attend?
For me, if you're in business and you want to network with like-minded people, so let me rephrase this, because
Okay.
we say this all the time, and there's sometimes you must network with like-minded people, and sometimes you must network with people who are not like-minded. I tell you why, and I'm talking
Okay.
about levels. There's levels to this, right?
Okay.
We need to be here because, especially for the networking, and when I'm talking about networking, I'm talking about where you connect with people on a level that you can create projects, initiatives together, go to places where they wouldn't normally see people like us doing good things. We need to change the
Mm,
narrative. So what
mhm.
I'm always saying is, and I've said before, and I'm doing a talk on this soon, is there are horizontal and vertical networking.
Yeah, yeah.
And the good thing with Kingdompreneurs, you get both. When you're doing horizontal networking, that's when you are networking with like-minded people. These are, and like-minded, what I'm referring to is people who are at the same level as you. So
Yeah.
you might be in the same salary bracket or income bracket,
Mm,
same as you, in the sense of you both own 1, 2 properties, the same bracket, that your children go to a similar type of school, you go
yeah.
to similar type of churches, you go to similar type of restaurants, you shop in, so that's like-minded. So you're at the same business level horizontally. What I find with Kingdompreneur Summit is you also get the vertical networking, and
Mm,
that's where you take your networking up a notch, and you start to network with people who are not like-minded. Those are people who are playing the game higher than you. They are not the same mind as you, because if you were, then you would be that at that level. So
yeah.
these are people who make command a lot of money. They're credible. They've got years of experience. They have immense impact. Those people are not the same mind as you, and those are some of the people we need to be connecting with, as
Mm,
well as our peers. So this is what I like about it. So it's that peer-to-peer networking, but it's also that strategic high level networking with kingdom people, and that's what I think is so key and so instrumental to our personal, professional and spiritual growth. So we need to really, and that's why I like Kingdompreneur, because you get a bit of both. You get people who you're the same, and then you can say, oh my God, I didn't even know that you could do this with business, and you're really happy, and you've got someone who's on your level. And
yeah.
then you might be sitting next to somebody on your left who's not getting excited as you, because they've been doing it for years, and they go up on stage and they show you a whole new way of doing business, a whole new way of making money, and you're sitting there in awe, and then you can start networking up with those people. So that's why I like them both. Whereas some places, it's just peer-to-peer networking.
Mm,
Nothing wrong with it, but you're not going to grow. You're not
yeah.
going to grow in
Ooh,
peer-to-peer networking. Telling it how it is, you're not going to grow. You're just going to have somebody who's on the same level as you, who can tell you how good you are, but they're not in a position to challenge you because they haven't been challenged themselves. So
ooh, wow.
we've got to be careful when we keep talking about peer-to-peer networking. Sometimes we
Wow.
need to network up.
Okay, you preaching a word. So, guys, I hope you are enjoying this already. And so the theme this year is advance, and that's taken from the book of Deuteronomy 6 from verse 1 to 7, or mainly from verse 6 and 7.
Mhm.
And it says, God told Moses that, hey guys, you've been around this mountain for too long. Now break camp
Mhm.
and advance.
Yes.
So what you just said about being a peer-to-peer person,
Mhm.
and you can't grow. So if you want to advance, that means you need to network up.
Yeah.
Now, Bishop Jake says there are three type of people that you need to network with or have in your circle, which is those that are on the same level as you, those that you teach down to, and those that you look up to.
Mm-hmm.
Because those that you look up to can teach you so that you can move forward. And
Yeah.
you can teach those who are down below you. And
Mm-hmm.
then with your peers, you can reason together.
Yeah, and then my pastor said a similar thing, and I've used it so many times now. We need people in your circle. You need people that need you, people
Mm.
that feed you, and people that lead you.
Ooh.
Those are the things, yeah. So people that need you, that must be not too big a percent. You know, it should be a good size. And I can't remember the percentages, but the people that you need, that's the people who you're pouring into. Yeah, that
Yeah.
people that need you. And they, like you said, they could be your clients, they could be your mentees, for example. Then you've got the other category, people that feed you. So this is usually our peer to peer. And this is where most of us hang out, at that peer to peer, because it's our comfort zone. So these are
Yeah.
the people that you chill out with. These are the people that you can go to networking events with, you can go shopping, you can go to events with. These are the people that feed you. And then you've got the people that lead you, and that should be most of your time should be spent around them, because they pull you outside of your comfort zone. I give you
Mm.
a really good example. Last night, so yesterday I was invited to this launch called the
Mm.
Global Sourcing Association. Now, I was invited and I thought, okay, let me go. And I rocked up late, so that wasn't even a good start. But I got there and they're all sitting on this round table. And I was looking around the room. When I came in, I thought, oh my God, only me, one looking like me here. Sat down. There was actually one other guy there. But I went and I sat down and they were talking. And I was sitting there. I looked like a deer in headlights. I was like, oh my God, what are they talking about? Oh my God. And there's bits I could pick up with on, there's bits I didn't know what they were talking about. They were talking about these strategies, this launch. And I was sitting here, you know what, the theme is advance. Yeah, I was definitely advancing in that room. I was sitting there and then they said, open the floor for questions. I couldn't even think of any questions. And then I thought of a few questions. And then I felt like a bit nervous, like, should I ask the questions or not? And I didn't. And other people were asking questions. And I thought, oh, that's the question I had in my head. And that was the question I had. Why didn't I ask it? And then afterwards, we had networking drinks and we were just round. Then we had, so we were all gathered round. The CEO came over. She goes, so tell me, who are you? What do you do? And listen, I'll tell you, I was like almost fumbling over my words like I didn't know what I did, right? But the whole reason why I'm telling you this was a definitely network up situation, an advanced
Mm.
situation. I felt uncomfortable. But I had to learn quickly, you know. So while they were talking, I had my phone on my lap and I was Googling some of the things they were talking about so that I could contribute, so that I could engage in conversations at the
Yeah.
networking. And it just made me think. And like I put a post out on LinkedIn, I wasn't the smartest person in the room.
Mm.
I was not the cleverest person. I wasn't the most popular person. Nobody was asking me for my IG. Nobody was asking me for my LinkedIn. And I was like, oh, I'm not used to this. But I learned so much being in that room and not being the most popular in the room, not being
Mm.
the most, ego had to go, ego went. But I learned so much. It pushed me out of my comfort zone. It got me to think more laterally. And this is what the Kingdompreneur Summit gets you to do, is in the subject of advance, getting you outside of your comfort zone, going to events where you may be the only one, where you may
Mm.
be the only one, you'll know a little less than everybody, you're a bit less popular, you're not the it girl, you're not the it boy, but you learn so much. And for me, it was a reflective moment, it was a humbling moment, but it was definitely a networking up. The connections in that room, yeah, by far. My black book just got richer yesterday.
Wow.
Definitely.
Okay. That's deep. That's deep. Guys, seriously, if you actually do want to network up, if you want to advance in this season, you want to take things to the next level, you need to be at the summit. You definitely need to be at the summit. You can get your tickets. Tickets are available. Um, you can get individual tickets and you can get group tickets of five. Okay, so you can get group tickets of five, which gives you a 20% discount. Hey, we got Camille Lona too, one of our speakers. Okay, thank you for
Yay!
coming on, sis. Yeah, so you can get your tickets. So, babe, if you're there, please help me put the link for the ticket so people can click on the link. Go get your tickets. Come with a group of friends, five of you, get your tickets and just come. Come, seriously. It is going to be a blessing. I'm telling you, we've got amazing speakers, we've got amazing hosts with Michelle Raymond and Action Jackson who are definitely going to push you to advance. Okay. So we really do believe that this is the season to take things to the next level. You may not be there yet. None of us are there yet. Okay. But with knowing what God has called you to do, with knowing the calling, the anointing, and what God has placed on your life, you need to advance. So Misha, let's talk about this. That verse said you need to break camp and
Mm-hmm.
advance. What are some of the things that people need to break away from in order to advance so that they can network up and become that person that they know they need to be?
What do they need to break? I think there's we talk about it a lot, in terms of your comfort zone, and I think we need to break away from doing what stereotypical things that we're used to doing, things that are within our comfort. So, for example, I'm putting on an event in December, and most people think, "But Michelle, why do you keep talking about it? Why are you freaking out about it?" Because for me, it's outside of my comfort zone. As you know, I'm used to
Right.
speaking at other people's events, not doing my own. So
Yep.
I've got this whole drama going on in my head about who will come, will they come, will they want to pay the fee, all of this. But you know what? It was my mum who said something to me. When I said to her, "Oh, I got invited to this event," and the event was like £220. It wasn't not even a learning event. It wasn't. It was, I don't know what type of event, right? And she said to me, "Don't go." So I said, "What? Do I not go?" And she goes, "No. Why should you go? How about you build your own tent and let people come to you?" And that has stuck in my head, stuck in my mind. Build your own tent. And
Mm,
for me, that's advancing. And I thought,
mm,
if I want to make a name for myself in the world of supplier diversity and leadership, I have to put on this event. That's me advancing. That's me doing something that I would never do. I would never do. I'm
yeah.
happy just to go to other people's events, rock up and go home. Don't need to worry about sponsorship. Don't need to worry about putting bums on seats. None of that.
Mm,
But I'm pushing my own boundaries, and I feel like I have to do it because how can I then teach other and train and coach other people to do it? My daughter is a prime example. She said to me, when we went to Dubai, we went onto this. I don't like roller coasters. I don't like much things, to be fair. I don't like roller coasters. I
I
don't
don't
like
get
anything
that
fast, right? I hate it. I hate heights, and I
too. Oh,
don't like roller coasters. So she said to me, "Mum, how can I watch you sitting at your table coaching people, telling them to push their barriers, to expand their territories, and look at you like chicken. You're not even going to get on this and it's the largest roller coaster in the world of all roller coasters, right?" And then she's going, "How can you do that? Don't you feel what's the word, like when you say one thing and you do another, how don't you feel like that?" And I just like,
hypocritical.
I just thought, oh my God, how's my daughter trying to have me up out here like this? So I said, "I'll do it. Let me do you." I did it because I had to prove to her that I'm a woman of my word, that I'm
Mm,
not just one of those people who will tell you what to do and I do something different. So I had to prove it to her. And, for my sins, I almost died. I'm not going to lie. I swear I fainted about 3 times on this thing. And then I had to do it. But I'm not lying, Tunji. When I came off, my wig it turned upside down and they were fanning me to get me awake. but I did it though. I did it. Don't ask me to do it again. And you know, to buy the biggest ride. Let me tell you. But the point is, we've got to do things that scare us. If it doesn't scare us, it's not big enough. But you've got to take calculated risk, guys. Take calculated risk. But I'm telling you, it's a learning curve. And every day I write, I've got a book in front of me, and every day I write in it what I want to accomplish this week, what I want to accomplish in the day. And I look at it and I say, which one of these are going to freak me out? And start with that first. You know, like Brian Tracy says, eat that frog. I always think, let me do the easiest one first. So I feel a sense of pride, like I've done something, but that's nothing. So I try and tackle the hardest things first. Like if I know I have to have a difficult conversation with somebody, if I know I have to let somebody go, if I'm doing my HR stuff, if I know like I'm calling these companies to get them involved in the event, you know, all of that, puts me on edge. But what I do is what I always do. I just say, God, just do it with me. I have to play a bit of music to get me vibe, to get me ready and get me in that zone. And then, just go ahead and do it. And it's hard. And I'm not going to say it's easy because it's not. It's not easy, guys. Not easy.
Breaking camp can never be easy because when God told them break camp, most of them were so used to being in cliques that they could not break camp because they were so used to being with themselves. So breaking camp in order to advance means they had to leave their comfort zone. They had to probably leave even their friends or their family members so that they can actually move forward. You know, so I believe that there's some things that you guys need to break camp from. In this season, there are things that, procrastination, whatever it is that you need to break camp from, you need to decide what is that very thing that is holding me back from advancing.
And it's going to be different for different people, that procrastination. It's, that fear of showing up. It could be, fear of being visible, fear of networking, going in and asking for more, whatever more is. It could be more money, it could be more time. There's different things for different people, but it's so rewarding once you've done it. And somebody had said to me before, remove yourself from results. Don't always think of you are responsible for results of others or results for yourself. You need to just enjoy the journey. And that's why I had done a video on Instagram about a year ago to say that we are so preoccupied and obsessed with the end result that we forget about just enjoying the journey. So, breaking camp, breaking the comfort zone, doing something different, find a way to make it enjoyable for you. So you don't need to wait for the golden calf at the end. You can enjoy the journey. And that's what I'm learning and trying to do, is trying to enjoy moments in my life more rather than wait, oh my God, I'm going to get this big money at the end. And I put so much pressure on myself. I want to be more in flow, definitely for 2000, for the remaining of 2003, be in flow, but just pushing. And just pushing boundaries.
That's it, guys. Push boundaries this year. Push boundaries. So we're finishing up now, and what would you say to people in terms of coming? Like, why should they get their tickets? Are you gonna why should they be there? Like, you're going to be there. Why should people be there? Tell people that's in your camp, your network, why they need to be there.
So I understand there's a number of events happening that day.
Yeah,
there's quite a few. But outside of that, if you're not already booked to go somewhere else, you haven't got your ticket to go to anywhere else, you might be staying at home and think, can I be bothered to go up to High Street Ken? I would say make the effort. It's the times where we feel like we can't be bothered. That's where the blessing is in, when you cannot be bothered. You will come, you will attend, you will learn a word, you will get a word. And the great thing about it, although it's a business event, it's with kingdom people. So you're going to leave with a word. And we've got some really great speakers.
Mm.
And you're also going to learn things that you can implement in your business. I really do believe, as kingdom people, we should be leading the way in business. We should be leading the way in business. We should be the orators. We should be the creators. We shouldn't always be the consumers. So it's about coming to the event and finding, how can you dominate? How can
Mm.
you take dominion? God is a God of dominion. When we talk about kingdom, what
Yeah.
does the DOM? It's dominion.
Yeah.
Ask yourself the question: what do you have dominion over?
Ooh.
What do you have dominion over? If
Mm.
you're just the type of person that you just go to those events and you don't implement, you don't take action, you are not walking in the likeness of God. You're not walking in the likeness of God, because he had dominion.
Mm.
He was
Mm.
a king. He is a king. We are kingdom children. So we must have dominion over something. And that's what we get to hear at Kingdompreneurs Summit. And that advance for me is such a powerful word. And it's about, how do I embody that? So I want you to come. I mean, when you come, you're going to hear from me. Yeah. And many of you might have heard from me already, but there's always more to learn. You've got Action Jackson, and you've got Matt Bird, you've got Camille, who's on here now. We've got so many other people. I think you've got Daniel Moses coming.
Yeah.
So you're going to hear it from different perspectives. And all you need to do, and this is what I always find, I go to these places, and all I need to do is connect in with something that just resonates with my spirit, and I run
Yeah.
with it. Because you don't need everything. You don't
Yeah.
need everything. You just need what resonates with you, and you run with it. Let the last 2 quarters of 2023 and beyond be your greatest yet. And let it be your greatest. And it doesn't mean that Kingdompreneur Summit's going to change or transform your entire life. But what change comes with a number of segments.
Mm.
So Kingdompreneur Summit is one segment. Prayer might be another segment. Fasting might be another segment. Ministry, church. It's a number of segments that create the culture of change. It's not just one thing. But if you do not have all the segments, the change may not occur.
Come
And
on.
Kingdom Summit is one of the segments. There you go.
Wow. Okay, guys, you've heard it. You need to go get your tickets. Baby, can please post again the link. Um, you know, you just need to be there. Seriously. It's one of the segments that could really transform things for you. So, guys, share this video with someone on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Share it out. The link is there. Share the link. You can either get group tickets of 5, where you get 20% discount, or you can get your individual tickets as well. And we definitely want to see you there. You know, some of you have been on the air today, you've enjoyed it, you've really, really enjoyed it. How much now being there in person on the day? It's going to be amazing. We've got, Bernice all the way from America coming to speak, which is just amazing. That's another level for the summit, where someone from the States is coming all the way to come and speak. So, and she's going to come and speak on AI type of stuff, which is amazing. So you need to be there to come and listen to it. Camel's speaking on personal branding, and there's going to be stuff on property and marketing and different things. So make sure you are there. So guys, we're going to love you and leave you. God bless you. Like I always say, keep smiling and keep shining. Why? Because you've been designed and destined for more than where you are right now. Bye for now. God bless you guys.